Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? In these practice streams, I like to share how, I practice. And I sometimes respond to some questions in the different chats because I'm live streaming across 2 different YouTubes, vertical, horizontal, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, also technically Twitter and Facebook, but those chats are disabled. In these practice streams, I will leave them up, available on my YouTube. You can find all of them. There's over 300 of them. It shares in the timestamps in the description. It shares like what I was working on or what kind of question I was answering, etc. Now, when I answer a question, I will often go back and edit those down into little tips that I put into this playlist, the Drumming Tips playlist. And there's literally over 9 hours. I'm getting excited here of drumming tips. It's just like, drumming tips. I'm just really into that. There's over 9 hours of it. So if you click on one of these, in the timestamps, again, it's got multiple different topics. So if like this first one for the title doesn't interest you, there might be some more in there that do interest you. You could find over 1,000 free play-alongs all on my home tab of my YouTube. Just go to the drumming content section. I also create gaming and computer science stuff because I'm a nerd. And just click on the header and it shows you just the playlist. The very first video in every single one of these playlists shows you how you can use these. So the ones that say how to practice with, and then it's like a minute or 2 long, it's going to explain how you can use these different play-alongs with your own practicing. If you want to find everything neatly organized, go to the link that's at the top of the screen, /drum on my website, and that'll take you here. We got 55 chop exercises, over 900 grid variations. All the drum charts, there's 55 of them. These are what I'm going to be using today when I practice. Over 200 marching bass stuff. There's going to be, by the end of this week, over 200 technique exercises. And then all the playlists that I was just mentioning here. And if you're curious, like what kind of books and gear I recommend, you can click on that link, and that shows you these. These are affiliate links, so people who have used them for the Amazon links, thank you. It gives me about 4% back from Amazon at no extra cost to you. But today, I'm going to be working on these 3 books. So the books are 50 Ways to Syncopation by Don Moyle, which is where I get these like permutation, or rather limb independence pattern ideas from, is from here. And he's also got 20 different charts, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 20. And then the way I'm working on this is through Gary Chester's books, New Breed 1 and 2. And again, you can find those here. So here's 50 Ways, and here's the New Breed 1 and 2. And if you're curious, like how I'm like specifically trying to practice this, I do have a video on that. So this one, how to develop limb independence on the drum kit. And it's also at the top, the second video of every single one of these. So this one shows you how to use the play-alongs, and then this one shows you how to develop limb independence with all these charts here. The ones that say members first are scheduled to release publicly. There's over 200 of those, so you can get early access to videos, a new one daily. Now, in these limb independence streams, I'm going to share like how I'm practicing stuff I'm not good at. So I've got this journal here that keeps track of like whether or not it sounded technically proficient or musical or just meh, or does it need a lot of work. So we're going to be practicing that. Ooh, I think I may have skipped 17. Okay, so yeah, we need to make sure that's in the title of this. But before we do all that, we got to get motivated with Shia LaBeouf. Shia is going to help us out to be able to do this limb independence stuff, because this is hard stuff. Shia, help motivate me. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Shia LaBeouf. Ooh, look at that flex. I'm super in the streaming mindset now. Oh, before I forget, because I keep forgetting to do this. So I like to share like a quote that resonates with me. So this morning's quote is, what do I get from this behavior, habit, or action I'm engaging in right now? So for me, it's like actions that are a distraction or detraction from my life. So for example, if I like pull up my phone, if I like go to Reddit, is that going to enhance my life in some way? If not, perhaps I should do something that would enhance my life. Maybe it even just literally means don't do anything for that moment. That might be better than like doom scrolling. So it's a simple question to think through, like what it is you are doing in the moment and how that is having an impact on your life, kind of taking like a meta view, an outside perspective, and analyzing that. And if you do that, I promise you it can help you out to figure out like what actually enhances your life and what doesn't. Cool. Trying to fix something here. Audio is off. Okay. It should work now. Good. Yay. Alrighty. So the one that I'm going to warm up with, this one's hard, is number 16. So this one is full of so much space. But what I'm going to play is ding, 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 ding. So this is a 16th note swung. And I'm going to read short notes on snare, long notes on bass, while reading through these charts. It's deceptively difficult. Like it seems, I can't speak, deceptively difficult. It seems like, oh, well, that's just like a swung pattern while playing. Yeah, I know. It's just so much space. It's difficult. I think I did it last time at 150. Let's check here. Yeah, 150. And it was just meh, but I was making progress on it. Okay. As long as it's not like falling apart, that's fine. So we're going to go to, there's two different rows here. There's straight charts from 40 all the way up to 240 beats a minute. And then there's swung charts from 40 all the way up to 240. So we're going to go to the straight ones. And let's see here. 16 through 20. Yeah, that sounds great. So you go into the timestamps, you click on a BPM, and then it'll count you off. Now, you cannot hear this play along because it's muted. There's like a slight sync delay. But I can hear it. And if you practice it at home, you can hear it. Oh, I just totally like played the wrong pattern. I was trying to play it double time. So much space. Oh, a two, here we go. Okay, we've regressed from where we were last time. This is also the one that is like extremely difficult. Let's go back to the permutations. Again, we're practicing the stuff we're not good at. Drum set today? Yes. Poorly. Okay, so this is the step before what I was attempting to do, but I'm still not able to do these ones. So there's straight and swung. I'm adding in, I think, 5 more of these by the end of the week. I forget. It's in my drafts folder. Been working on them for a few days. But we're going to go to 145, and we're going to work our way back up to 150, which we were at previously. Okay, so again, short notes, long notes, and doing the very slow half-time 16th note swung. And here we go. Yeah, Tyler, this is one of the 50 ways in Dom's book, 50 Ways of Syncopation, to read through charts. It's a lot of cool challenges for limb independence. Okay, I think I might be wake enough now to actually attempt the charts again. I might regret this. Okay, so we're going to go back to the same set of charts. I think it was 16 through 20. I think. Yeah. Okay, so again, for any of these play-alongs, timestamps allow you to jump to a BPM. It'll count you off. And then we're going to attempt the slow halftime swung, 16th note, while reading through the charts. Yeah. He's actually got quite a few samba and salsa, Baião, all kinds of cool patterns to play. This one is like literally the hardest of the 55 to go through with this particular pattern. Let's try this. I might need to go back to the permutations again and keep warming up with this. Again, we're practicing the stuff I'm not good at. Not good at yet. Now off the left. I mean, I'm just trying to get it off the right first. I appreciate the challenge. That's like saying playing Elden Ring with fists only and not leveling up. Let's just beat the game first. We're going to go back to that set of charts. A 1, a 2, a ready, and a go. Totally read that wrong. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the struggle is real. Ah, I read that wrong. I mean, that's the thing with practicing is you got to get used to the struggle. You got to like find a way to enjoy it. I'm like doing it publicly, and it's like anxiety inducing. Sticks, no, we're not an immature drummer like some of the other drumming channels are. I don't have a double bass on this drum kit, but I might get one. But yeah, so this is my wife's kit, but we got my pedal on it. She's got her double bass pedal on my drum kit over on the other side of the room, but I might get the double bass version of this pedal. Well, maybe that's the reason why nobody watches this stream. Because I'm not playing double pedal. I mean, that's fine. I'm here to practice. I'm just doing it publicly. And if people come in and they have some questions, then I'll answer it. But if like nobody watches it, literally doesn't matter because I'm practicing. So I'm still getting better. Tyler, let's see. Yeah, this is like deceptively difficult. Like it sounds like this would be easy because like you're just playing ding, 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 but like there's so much space here. And with this particular pattern that I'm going to attempt to do with this chart again, it's just like the phrasing goes over the bar. And so it's just like very difficult to do. Is there a video on independence? Yeah, so if you go, since we're on Instagram, the very first link, I think, on Instagram takes you to here. But if you go to limb independence, this talks about how Gary Chester's approach to limb interdependence, rather, and how you can do that with different patterns. But in terms of like double strokes, if that's what you're interested in, the very end of these streams, I work on the first exercise in here, timing transitions. And so it's Rebound. You play through it just doing double strokes. So it's just going snare, snare, bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass. And you're just playing, eventually getting faster and faster with it, and then it slows back down. So you can use the timestamps to like slow this down as slow as 20 beats a minute or as fast as 200. And just work on your double strokes with that. So snare, snare, bass, bass, while playing through these patterns. So hopefully that can help you out. Can I help you read those limb independence exercises? Well, each one of them is different, but it's just a chart. And so you play the short notes, the eighth notes with one thing, and the long notes, the quarter notes, dotted quarter notes, etc., with another thing. So that's all I'm doing right here. So what I'm going to do, attempting to read through this set of charts, which is the harder set of charts, is a half note, 16th note swung, while reading through the patterns, eighth notes on snare, long notes on the bass drum. 1, 2, ready, and. But this pattern, this set of charts is so much more difficult because of the phrasing of it. Goes over the line. Here we go. Oh. We were able to recover for the most part. The remaining like 4 charts in this one is like easier, but I'm gonna come back to that at the end of it. So much easier than chart 16. But there's 55 charts on here currently. I'll write some more as well. I want to try and get at least 100. So plenty of ones to go through. Okay, 2 more. Yes, you can work on your foot technique. If whether you're using heel down or heel up, there's some ways to work on that. Jojo Mayer talks about how he works on it. I'm sure if you search for that, for his foot technique, yikes. All right, last chart, and then I want to go back to the very first one in this one and see if we can play it a little bit better. 2, here we go. Yeah, my timing was off on the ride pattern there. Okay, so I want to do that first one again. Or at least attempt it. Wish me luck. Hey, Tyler, I appreciate you stopping in. Just saw your message. Wish me luck. This is the hardest of the 55 for this particular pattern. A 1, a 2, here we go. Ooh, that was so rough. Okay, so we did it at 150. It wasn't meh. It was needs a lot of work. It felt out of control for most of that time. Started with permutations. Okay. That's such a hard one to warm up with. Again, we're focusing on the stuff I'm not good at yet. Emphasis on yet. We're going to stretch and massage now. Take sticks, pull it in, pull it in. Woo wee. It feels good. And then you go back out this way. Do, 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 do. Curious. Okay, if you do traditional grip, rotate and hold this way, and then rotate and hold the other way. But I don't do that anymore, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearm. Oh, that feels good. I'm going to hold her here. Do, 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 do. But yeah, so regarding like practicing bass drum technique without working on the bass drum, like I mentioned, Jojo Mary, you can find some videos where he talks about that. But a lot of what you're going to be working on is just like the basics. It's not like you're going to be working on the complex stuff first. If you don't have a drum kit, you're just trying to get your limbs to line up with each other. So that's very easy to practice. If you want to hear it better, just put like a piece of paper underneath like your shoe, so you can hear it kind of pressing on harder floor, louder than like normal. But yeah, you can practice just getting that coordination down. And then when you really need to get to the point where you're like refining your technique, that might be like a year or two from now, depending on how much you're practicing it. So if you're working on like the double stroke approach, you can do that. Or you can even do like singles with the foot, which Jojo Mayer talks about, how he practices that like anywhere. Like I used to practice it while like sitting at a restaurant, just like working on that under the table. Socially, I'm weird. I just don't care if people think differently of me, because like I'm practicing. And that's okay. Won't win me friends, but that's not what I'm going for. So I'm stretching each one of the fingers. We stretch the top and the bottom part of the forearms by doing this stretch and doing this stretch. Now I'm going to massage up and down the forearm, and then we'll massage the hands, and then we'll massage the fingers, and then I'm going to work on the next pattern, which is also a difficult one. This next one, I think is, let me see, is this what I'm thinking about? Yeah, okay. So this one is quite the workout with the foot. We're going to fill in the, every single one of the notes with bass drum notes with triplets while reading through it swung. So all of the patterns, the short and the long, will be played on the snare drum, but, ooh, it's tight. The bass drum will fill in all gaps. It's really weird. You would never play this as like a full chart that I'm going to do, but it's a good coordination exercise to go through. So that's why we're doing it. You might play it for like a measure or two this way, as like a fill. But we'll do it for 5 charts, and then we'll move on to the next one. So this one is currently listed as needs a lot of work overall. I think it's been going better. I think I sped it up last time a few clicks, if I remember correctly. I remember. Okay, so the pattern is this. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, very basic, right? You're just reading through it on the snare, but you fill in. So if it's quarter notes, you're filling in triplets on the bass drum. It's quite the workout on the foot. This one, there's a reason why it's listed as needs a lot of work. Whoa. What the? There we go. That's not it. Hello on Twitch. Okay, so this one, last time I think we did it at 85. Yeah. Okay, so let's try it. It's been technically proficient for the last couple of reps as opposed to like meh or needs a lot of work. So let's try 90 Question mark? Maybe? So we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to a different set of Swung playlists, which is linked at the top of the screen. We're going to try 90 here, and I don't know. Which one should I do? 41 through 45? 31 through 35. Sure, sounds great. In the timestamps, we click on 90. We're reading the charts on the snare while playing ging-ging-a-ding, hi-hat on 2 and 4. And we're filling in with triplets on the bass drum. 1, 2, here we go. Oh, this is probably going to be too fast for my foot. Wish me luck. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and ban you for that question. I don't know what your vibe is, but you clearly do not pass the vibe check on Twitch with that kind of question. My opinion is it's horrible, and your question is horrible, and you are gone. Goodbye. Cool. We're just getting all kinds of trolls this morning. Okay. Reading the pattern on the snare, filling in triplets on the bass drum. 1, 2, this might be too fast. 2, here we go. Totally mess it up. Did I ever trip during drill? Yeah. Certainly. I've even had like a drumstick break and get in my eye while we were performing. Yeah, it happens. Happens to everybody. I knew a guy who sprained his ankle doing that. Yeah, so the guy, we were crab stepping, and there was a pothole in the field we were rehearsing on. This is back when I marched in academy in 2005, and his ankle rolled, and he sprained it. It was no good. 1, 2, but yes, I've also tripped. It happens. My foot's getting tired. One of the ways you can self-evaluate is just record yourself and then analyze it as if you were the instructor and compare it to other recordings, so like a lot of clips of other players. But recording is the best way because you're not playing. Ah! But yeah, so if you're like playing, it's hard for you to like objectively analyze it because you're focusing on the analysis and you're playing simultaneously. But if you record it, then you can just focus on the analysis without having to worry about like what your hands are doing while you're doing it. So that is way better than like practicing in front of a mirror. Last try. Let's try it again. So again, you'd never play that pattern like in an actual gig. That's just like a way to like work this up. But that was definitely pushing my limits there. So too fast. Next time when we do this, we'll slow it back down to 85 and we'll try that again. But that's just a lot of bass drums on one foot. Sorry, I need help. Got a solo on the November 29th. Find a way to elevate it. Like, for example, you could put it on, like, a sidewalk while you, like, don't literally do this, but, like, a sidewalk while you stand on, like, the lower level, like, off the sidewalk, like, and that'll raise it up. Or just, like, literally put towels folded up into, like, a square and put multiple of those, raise it up. Find, like, a pallet or a crate and have that, like, lift it up a little bit. There's, like, many ways that you can lift the bass, the stand itself, and lower yourself, so that way you can work on it when you're practicing. Okay, so let's see here. The next pattern we're going to work on is what? So this one is swung cymbal, short notes on the hi-hat with a left foot, long on bass, snare, and triplets. Oof, okay. This one's weird. So ding, 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 ding. Your normal ride pattern for jazz, swung. Now, for the foot, we're going to play short notes, long notes, while you fill in all of the triplets on snare. Weird. Last time we did this at 80, and it was technically proficient. It says play faster next time. Okay. Let's try 85. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. We haven't done these yet today, I don't think. 85. Click. Woo. Mouse is flying all over the place. Stay. Be a good mouse. 2. Ready? And. My hi-hat and bass drum are sliding away slightly. Okay. Reading the patterns with the feet, filling in triplets on the snare. At least attempting to. What? Flawless. Am I playing this right? Okay, so to play it faster next time. I don't know about that. I'm going to actually start with the permutations. Again, we're focusing on the ones that I'm really bad at. And we found 2 of them so far today that I'm like, I got to go all the way back to the permutations. So this, swung. There we go. Sure, we'll start at 81. That sounds great. 1, 2, here we go. Oops, those repeat. Okay. Weird, right? Kind of hard to hear that with everything else going on. All right. I think that was a decent enough warm-up for my brain. Let's find out now. We're going to go back to the same set of charts. I think it was 26. Man. I look forward to a day when I have a better setup than this. Especially one where I don't have to, like, completely tear down, like, this overhead camera and whatnot. So I can do the gaming stuff. Where was it? This one? Let's try 85 again. 26. Yeah. Yeah. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, here we go. My hi-hat keeps sliding. Stop it. Two, a 1, 2, here we go. Okay, some reading issues there, and I had like a random extra bass note. We're still trying to refine that bass technique, which we'll do here in a few minutes, actually. A couple minutes. Stop sliding hi-hat. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Ah! Whew. You can improvise here, you can play time, you can go make yourself some tea, whatever you want. 1, 2, here we go. All right, last set of charts. Again, this is another one of those ones where you like wouldn't read through a whole chart in like a gig playing this way, but it's like good coordination to like work on your feet, where you're playing the short on the hi-hat, long on the bass drum, and you're filling in the triplets. You might play it for like a measure or two, a little short fill or phrase. So this is good way to practice it. Oops. you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie. That one I wrote as an inside joke. All right. It got better as I was going through it. But 85 was just kind of meh overall, but I was making progress on it. Permutations. That's definitely how you spell that. Permutations. Cool. Do I want to play something that like I'm actually good at? So I'm not just having myself the entire time? Yes, I do. Let's do a quick one. The classic. Okay, so this one, last time we did it at a slower speed, I think, just to have more fun with it. No? 200? Okay, let's try it. What are we going to do? We're going to fix our hi-hat. And then we're going to play right, left, right, both. Right, left, right, both. Right, left, right, both. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Okay, so your hand's playing 1 and a 2 and a on the ride, and then your snare is reading the pattern. We'll do it at 200. We're going to go to the straight playlists, top row here, and we're going to go to this one, the faster one, and I don't think I've played this one today. Let's go into the timestamps, open the timestamps, there we go, good job. And let's play one that hopefully sounds good. And then we'll work on our foot. 2, ready, and 1, 2, here we go. Hi-hat keeps like angling. It's like slowly shifting. Ew. Okay, so now it's not angling, but now it's sliding away. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but like my foot is literally just going like this the whole time and just like slowly angling that way. And then when I like fixed that, then it was just like extending out. So like my leg was like straight. We're playing drum kit on hard mode today. We're in Iron Man mode. Cannot scum save. Okay. That was just kind of meh. Mainly because of the reading. And the reading was screwed up because... Making progress. My foot kept sliding. So the hi-hat kept sliding. Alright. Well, this last one that I'm going to do does not require that foot at all. So we're going to play through, like I was mentioning earlier, somebody's asking about the double stroke, Rebound. And so last time we did it 130 to 139, and I guess it was only meh. Let's try and get it technically proficient. So Rebound can be found right here under timing transitions. And when you click on it, it's got a bunch of them that are going to be coming out over the coming months. Excuse me. But the very first play along, this one's just showing you how to do it, but the first play along, Rebound, when you play through this, I'm going to play through it, snare, snare, bass, bass. That's it. And so I'm working on my double stroke technique with my foot, and we're going to do this at 130. So I actually don't need my hi-hat at all for this, which is great. I'll try and fix it for the next stream. Ready, and... Trying to prevent that extra stroke that I keep getting on the foot. Again. Ready? And. I'm getting stuck in my head. It's exacerbating all the mistakes I'm making, and then it's snowballing into more mistakes. Stop it. Better. Still not good. Yeah, the triplets are the worst right now. My foot technique is just not happening. Okay, so 5 more reps of this. But TikTok's got a notification that's blocking that. Let's move that. Thank you very much. Here we go. A 1, 2, here we go. Two more reps. Last rep. Okay. Well, today there is not like a single rep that like I would want to share on social media. Like none of the playing was good. And that's okay. Like I made progress. I got better a little bit, but it still wasn't great. And what's interesting about like some of the comments that I'm getting from like trolls is they just misunderstand what I'm doing here. There is a ton of value in continuing to leave these up like I do, because people can then see, oh yeah, Jared might be really good at one thing and really bad at another thing, and that's okay. I had a lot of students who didn't believe that like professional level players still struggled when they practice, and it's like, no matter how many times I said, yes, of course we do, because we're practicing things we're not good at. Like if all I did was like sit here and play like stuff that I can play, like a lot of the cover drummers do, where they'll like put on a song and they'll play stuff they're comfortable with, like I wouldn't make as fast or as significant of progress as I do playing the stuff I'm not good at. I skipped all of these ones that are technically proficient and musical and focused on the ones that are not, needs a lot of work or meh. Why? Because like they need a lot of work. I need to practice it. It's the same thing with like the rudimental stuff, but the gap between like my rudimental abilities and like drum kit, it's just night and day, because like I've played rudimental for decades and drum kit I've like barely touched despite all of my years of practicing. It's mainly been rudimental, And then after that would be concert. And then after a huge gap in a total amount of practice time, it'd be drum kit. So I'm still very novice at drum kit, but I'm enjoying it. So hopefully this is helpful for you to see like what it actually looks like when somebody's practicing. But if you want to find literally over 1,000 free exercises, just go to the home tab on my YouTube and then just click on the header right here for drumming content. And it shows you all the drumming tips from like people who have asked me questions across all the different platforms I'm live on, all the prior live streams, so you can see how I practice, what I'm practicing, as well as all of the different playlists. The very first video in each playlist gives you like a quick intro, 1 or 2 minutes of how to like use the different exercises that are found in that playlist. But the best way that you can find everything organized is the very first link at the top of my videos. When you click on that, that takes you to here, which has all the chop exercises, over 900 grid variations, all of the limb independence patterns. There's a bunch of timing exercises and even more that are going to be scheduled to release in the future. I'm working on those this week. A bunch of techniques and bass stuff. There's going to be over 200 technique exercises by the end of this week, and then all of the prior stuff. Since somebody was asking about like double bass, like in here you can find what the pedal is that I use. So it's this one. I love this pedal, and I am thinking about getting the double bass version of this, which would be sweet. But right now it's just a single one. But again, the books that I was using, the limb independence patterns were coming from Don Moyo's book, 50 Ways of Syncopation. And then how I was practicing this was the interdependence concept that was like kind of popularized by Gary Chester in New Breed 1 and New Breed 2. So I highly recommend checking out those books. The ones that take you to Amazon are affiliate links, so thank you for those of you who have used that. I get about 4% back from Amazon, which helps me out. But if you like any of these thousands of free exercises and tips and all that stuff, just share it with somebody else. That's it. But otherwise, I'll continue to just like share how I'm practicing tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a tenor technique stream, but I'm going to get ready for some Rise of Ronin. We'll probably do that in maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I got to reset up the room and whatnot. But I appreciate everybody stopping by who was asking some good questions and whatnot and just kind of chatting with me on the different platforms. But I'm going to call it here. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.